Hi, and welcome to another episode of Scooter the Troubleshooter's Tech Tips. On today's segment, we're going to be learning about how to sign up for a Microsoft 365 developer account. This is going to allow you to learn more about the platform, but more importantly, it's going to allow you to get your own Office 365 instance where you can develop and play with functions that may not otherwise be available to you, or you may have them available to you at work, but that's not necessarily the greatest playground for playing with the environment. Worst case scenario, start breaking everybody's email, deleting all your company's user accounts, etc. You can do the math. Resume generating event, that's bad. All that said, let's get started. First thing you're going to need to do is open your favorite browser, go to developer.microsoft.com. Once you are there, click in the middle of the page for Microsoft 365. Then click on Programs, and then Microsoft 365 Developer Program. Then click on the Join Now button in the middle of the page. Now, if you already have a Microsoft account that you want to use to sign up for the developer program, i.e. not work related, then you can go ahead and skip ahead. In this case, I'm going to walk through creating a new Microsoft account and then continuing as my primary Microsoft account has already got a developer account on it. So we're going to go ahead and click on Create One. Then you're going to enter your personal email address, or in my case, I'm actually going to create a brand new email address. Then it goes to the task of finding something that's not in use. And no dice there. So we'll change it up a little bit. And that one's taken. And we'll go for the full name. And that one's good. So now we're going to go ahead and create a password. And now you got to enter your region and your birth date. This is not my birth date, by the way. I'm just merely filling this in order to get it filled in. And then finally, you need to type in the characters to prove you're not a robot. And click Next. Now that we've gone through creating the email account, unfortunately when we created it, you'll notice that it didn't ask us for our first or our last name as we were going through that. But that will end up being a requirement for the development program, so here we are getting an error saying that we don't have that. So we'll go up to the profile, add our name. I'm going to go ahead and type in my first name and my last name. Type in the characters yet again to prove that I'm not a robot. Go ahead and click Save after that. So now you can see that our first and last name is on the profile. So I'm going to go flip over to the Developer tab. As you can see, it's not there. I'm going to go ahead and sign out because that's the quickest way to get your profile to reload. And then I'll go back and sign back into it. So got to go click on Microsoft 365 again. Go ahead and log in here. Log in with the user ID that we just made, the password that we just made. And now if I go look at my profile, ta-da, my name is there. So now we can go to Programs, go to Microsoft 365 Developer Program, click Join Now. And we'll get asked a couple more questions. It needs our country and region. It needs a company name, but if you're working for yourself or you're just doing this for education or testing, you can go ahead and enter self or whatever you'd like. Then you have to go and accept the terms. You can ask for tips or not. I'm not going to, and then click Next. Now in this survey, you have to go through and select at least one or check the boxes that apply to you so that you can at least check a box in each of the categories, because it does require that you complete some of the fields, or all of the fields, in order to make that join checkbox light up. So here I am going through and adding services and code languages and technologies, and I went ahead and missed the one at the top for my primary focus, and this one I'm going to use for personal projects. And now I scroll to the bottom and I can click Join. Now I get a welcome message to the 365 developer program. Go ahead and click close. And then set up E5 subscription. So this is going to be your tenant that you're going to use for development. So you're going to set up yet another username and a domain name for your development tenant. So this is different than the one that you just created in order to associate the development account with it. This is for the actual development effort. Create another password, confirm that password, and go ahead and click continue. I thought that I had missed a box, but I didn't, so go ahead and click continue. Now it's going to ask for your phone number to validate you are who you say you are. I'm typing this in the background, trust me. And now it's going to send me a text message code that I'm going to go ahead and enter in the box below just to verify. And then I'm going to click on setup. This operation doesn't take all that long. It says it's about a minute, but it realistically, even with the miracle of video editing, doesn't even take that long. And we're good to go. This is our brand new developer subscription. So we have 92 days left. We have 25 total user licenses. And now we're going to click on a sample data pack for users. So we'll already have 16 fictitious users already loaded into the environment, which is great for testing and doing multi-user scenarios, going back and forth between various users and looking at the interaction. Here we need to add permissions in order for this account to go ahead and go through and create all the things that are needed for those users. And here we're going to create one shared password for all of those users. So it makes it easier for us to log in. We'll go ahead and click install. Now this process typically takes about 5 minutes. It can take as long as about 10 minutes. The miracle of quick video editing, this process for me is taking about 20 seconds. Now we get a pop-up saying our fictitious users have been created successfully, and we'll click on go to subscription. And we need the password for our new tenant. And we get our welcome message welcoming us to Office 365. And we'll go ahead and click on the admin console of Office 365. Now the way to tell these two are different, this is inside of the development environment, so you're looking for the one that says on Microsoft.com. Go ahead and click on that. It'll open up the admin window, and we're going to go ahead and click on users and then active users. Here we can see the 16 demo users that we have, plus my primary user down there at the bottom. If I click on myself and go over to license and apps, you can see there at the bottom that I have a Microsoft 365 E5 developer, as do all the other users that are already set up. So at this point, your playground is ready to go and you're ready to play. I hope this video has been informative for you, and if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.